Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video we're going to go through the top teams for the Mirage Frostspike, and there are a bunch of team formations, and the best team of today is the most pay-to-win team you have ever seen in your life, so stay tuned for that. We're going to lead it off with a very good free-to-play team from Elysion. Now you can run either the Divine Favor or Blood Moon Artifact. If you look at the teams, Blood Moon generally is always the best option, but for this team Divine Favor could help if you're having survival issues. So you have Mikola right up front, Pheromore to buff up the Chimera, Blue Twin on the right, Pink Twin on the left. Damon is also going to be buffing up Chimera on the Stellar Bond. We're going to go ahead and attack into this. We're currently on Common Difficulty 2. You can clear Common Difficulty 2 today if you have a high enough resonating level, but I wanted to begin attacking in this one today. So the thing about this Mirage Frostspike is he will put an Ice Seal onto your hardest hitting damage dealer, which will be Chimera, and then you need to heal rapidly in order to cleanse that effect and begin dealing damage again. So Twins are good for healing. Rainier is very good for healing, and Rainier can maybe even work at lower copies even if you don't have a Mythic Plus yet. So all of the other teams are going to show you are going to be Rainier teams, but this is the best no Rainier team. You can try the Rainier teams even if your Rainier is lower Ascension, see if they work for you, but this is a very good team that doesn't have Rainier at all. Yeah, and we're definitely on track to get the Common 2 difficulty clear. As for boosting levels, Chimera is your top damage dealer. You always want to boost your levels for this Mirage Frostspike. Number 2 would probably be Pheromore as your second level boosted. Like boost up by 10 levels to get a higher like damage output. And then Damon, probably number 3, is what I'm basically going with right over here. So we're going to get the Common 2 difficulty clear, and now we're going to move into hard difficulty. There are going to be survival issues in hard, and that is why you can run this team with the Divine Favor, which is kind of the recommended choice to help you survive. And we're just going to do a skip run right now because we watched it play out in the Common 2 difficulty. And here you go. So we got over 3,000 million with a no Rainier team in hard difficulty with the Divine Favor. We're going to now test this side by side with Blood Moon, because if you're not having survival issues, Blood Moon is going to be better on this team. And with the Blood Moon, we should be able to get a slight increase in the record. Yeah, I mean, a slight boost to the score, nothing major, and so really both are good options, and Divine Favor is good at the lower resonating level when you're having survival issues. Okay, now we're going to move on to the next team. Next team is Shido's Thoran team. This is going to be Thoran swap pacting the Rainier. Rainier position swap the Chimera. Blue Twin on the right and Pink Twin on the left. Damon and Chimera on the Stellar Bond with the Blood Moon spell. For this team, just really boost Chimera's level and then also Damon's level if you can. We're going to go ahead and do the skip run. This is with the Blood Moon spell. Let's see what type of score we're going to get on this one. Okay, new record. 3,815 million, really solid. So Rainier, yeah, Rainier is really good for this Mirage Frostspike. You can try it if your Rainier is lower Ascension, but really ideally the Rainier wants to be a Mythic Plus. That's going to be the big score boost. For the lower Ascension Rainiers, you can try it and compare it to Elysion's team and see which one does better for you. Okay, next up we have Cheeto's original formation, which will be with Mikola rather than Thoran. Otherwise, the other heroes are in the same position. So Blue Twin on the right, Pink Twin on the left, Rainier position swap, Chimera, Damon on the Stellar Bond, Mikola up front. This is with the Blood Moon spell. I will go ahead and also boost the level of Mikola up there because maybe a bit of boosted damage, probably not a big deal. Let's see what we get here. So this is now going to be compared to the Thoran version we just ran before this. A new record again. 3,893 million, very close to the Thoran team, so both can work. You can try both of them if this is the team you're opting for and see which one does better for you. Okay, next up we now have Elysion, another version of a team. This is a really good, one of the top performing teams. So Blue Twin on the right, Pink Twin on the left, Pheromore buffing up Chimera. You have Rainier position swap Chimera, Mikola right up front with the Blood Moon spell. Yeah, and as for the boosted levels, we will definitely want to get Pheromore up there to the level 381 because he will probably be the second hardest damage dealer for this team. So let's see what type of score we can get with this team. With this team, another new record. 3,908 million. There's also going to be some RNG and Mirage Frostspike, so keep that in mind. Whichever team you choose, do a couple of runs and maybe even 5 runs to make sure that you're surviving the whole fight and getting off your maximum damage. So there we go. Pretty good damage from the Chimera, and then Pheromore as well as a sub DPS. Okay, now we're going to move on to Kuma's team. So Kuma is going to be a very similar version of that, but rather than Faramore, it's running Baelran. So Baelran actually, he's not in the top team as of right now, but this is good news for like when we make it to Endless. I could definitely see Baelran being in the top team because Baelran really becomes strong in Endless. So in pre-Endless, the fact that he's even usable is really good for him. Blue turn on the right, pink turn on the left, Rainier positions swap the Shmir. You have Mikola in front of Baelran with the Blood Moon spell. So I'm excited to see what this can do because this team has hit close to even 4,000 million. And we do have a max upgraded Baelran. We have the Shimura as well. Max upgraded. Let's see what this team is capable of doing. So run number 1. What are we going to do, Baelran? Okay, new record. 3,961 million. Not bad. Not a bad score, definitely. But basically both this one and the Faramore version, they have the potential of getting this high of a score. So it just comes down to the RNG. Both of them are kind of neck and neck. And like, so obviously most people would have Faramore, rather than Baelran, and then you just run the Faramore version, but Baelran also is not bad here. Okay, now we have the top teams. Okay, I kind of spoiled the overall top team from Frosty, but we have a team from Fox. This is going to be the best team for like over 50% of players, the majority of the player base. If you have these heroes built, this is basically what you can consider to be the best team of today. So you'll have blue turn on the right, pink turn on the left, Shmira on the Stellar Bond, Faramore buffing up Shmira, Rainier positions swap Shmira, and Velara in the back left corner with the Blood Moon spell. Now the thing with this team is there can be some survival issues, so you'll have to give it a couple of runs. Let's go ahead and boost the levels of our key heroes, which are going to be Faramore and Velara, because Velara's stat steal buff is dependent on her stats, and then Faramore damage, Shmira damage. So you'll have to do a couple of runs of this team to make sure your heroes are surviving the whole fight. I'm going to watch the battle play out to show it to you. At a lower resonating level, Faramore and Rainier might just die right at the beginning of the match, and that obviously is not good. You need the whole team to survive throughout the whole match if you want to get a top score. Otherwise, it's better for you to run a different team. But that being said, there's RNG in this, so you can give this team 5 runs, and you can see, do I hit the RNG or not? Because if you hit the RNG on this team, you are going to max out your score. This is basically going to be a max score. So what you can do is you can try the other teams we showed, get a solid score locked in, and then use the rest of your attempts on this team. Just try to get that survival like RNG of your team, and then you're good. Because it's just that beginning. Like in the first 10 seconds, that's when you have to watch out. After that and you stabilize, you're going to easily survive for the rest of the match. So it's just about surviving that initial like 10 seconds and then you're good to go basically. But that is where the RNG comes in. Because after Velara's stat steal buff is off, you have that boosted stats. You have the reduce even boss's attack. So you're not going to really be dying after Velara gets her whole cycle off. So this team has hit over 4 billion damage basically, over 4,000 million damage. And we should be able to hit it on our first run here. Even though it looks a bit close, we're really ramping up the damage quickly now, 7 seconds left. Hopefully we can hit it. People have hit even close to 4,100 million damage, honestly. So we got 4,043 on our first run, which is not bad. That is definitely good. And now, guys, we have the monstrosity, which is the Frosty's team. Frosty WTF team. This is the top team of today, but it is probably the most pay-to-win team I've seen for Dream Realm. Even though it's not using 5 Celestial Hypogeans, it's using generally PvP Celestial Hypogeans and the newest one, Alicet. This is crazy that this is actually the top performing team. We're going to watch a whole battle play out. So pink turn on the right, blue turn on the left, Shmira on the Stellar Bond, Rainier position swap the Shmira. Alicet on the right, she's going to be buffing up the Shmira. And then you have Athalia in the upper left. This is going to be with the Blood Moon spell. This team is honestly insane. We have to boost the levels of Athalia and your Alicet. Alicet is going to be one of the key damage dealers here. So because my Alicet is not Paragon upgraded, I am not going to be able to compete with the top players of today. Because if you have a Paragon 4 maxed out Athalia, you're just going to have increased damage output compared to my team. Because we have Supreme plus Athalia. And Athalia, or sorry, not Athalia, Alicet. Alicet is the second hardest hitting damage dealer for this team. She can deal up to 1,000 million damage on her own. And so that's why having her upgraded and also as much power as possible is going to increase your score. Either way, this should still get a new record for me, because I have the other heroes like Max invested, but Athalia doesn't contribute that much damage. You're going to see in the score report, even though our Athalia is Paragon 4, she won't deal even nearly as much damage as Alicet does, but Shmira still deals the most damage. So of course Shmira is the most important. So this is crazy. This is actually showing you that Alicet does have Dream Realm usage. She's currently in the best team only for one pre-endless Dream on boss, which is Mirage Frostspike. We'll have to see about tomorrow and then Blightshroom, because we have Magmazar and Blightshroom coming up. We haven't seen where the Alicent that's good there. And then also we haven't seen the endless meta of Dream on bosses where Alicent could potentially be even better, because Alicent has HP loss damage, but of course then the meta is also different up there. So 15 seconds left. We're on track to definitely be breaking our record. This team has hit over 4,200 million damage for a fully Paragon 4, like basically all crown account. We're gonna get a new record, and 4,121, honestly, I'm gonna take it. And this is the thing, at the end of the day, there's not gonna be a big score difference between the top of this really pay to win team and then also the top of the team we showed you before this. But here, you see it, Alicent is dealing the second biggest amount of damage, and really, if you have our Paragon 4, people have hit over 1,000 million damage on the Alicent. Yeah, and Athalia is going to be the third hardest hitting damage dealer on this team. So this is the most pay-to-win team. It's pretty crazy that this is the top team. I'm going to go ahead, my district, my guild leader, oh, he's already attacked, look at that. 4,287 million. That is basically a fully crowned account. All crown and all heroes. That is the potential of this Alicent team. And we're going to give it a couple more runs. I don't know. Maybe if we get really lucky with the RNG, we'll also be able to boost our score slightly. Okay, new record. Wow. Okay, so there's a decent amount of RNG here, 4,175 million. That's a pretty big boost to our score. Okay, guys, we're going to call it at that 4,175 million as a top for the pay-to-win team. And we hit about 4,050 million as a top for the kind of really budget-friendly team that we showed you before this. So anyway, hopefully using these teams, you're able to get a top score. It will take some experimentation, as there are a lot of teams to choose from. And depending on your resonating level and your level of upgrades, one or another team may be better for you. So you'll have to test for yourself. Also, there is RNG in the survival of your heroes. That's something that you will just have to do a couple of runs to make sure you're getting your top score for whichever team you're running. But hopefully these work out for you and you're able to get into a top ranking position. If there's any other team that worked for you, feel free to share in the comment section down below. But thanks for watching. I'll hopefully see you guys in the next video. If you're not already a member of my AFK Journey Discord server, there's a link to that in the description of this video. Please join that. Also, if you're thinking about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Farlight store. There's a link to that in the description of this video and a pinned comment. This is the best way you can support me and also gain 5% bonus dragon crystals on your purchase. So until the next video, everyone, peace out for now.